Joining us today, you may recognize her from our pet project on a weekly basis, but we are joined here today once again with Nicole Terrio from the Border Paws Animal Shelter. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nicole.
Thank you.
Of course, no problem. Just happy to be able to have you on here because we really wanted to help get the word out about this now. With the shelter, you're at max capacity, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so with it being at max capacity, what are you asking from residents of what exactly is needed right now and what you don't want residents to be doing?
So yeah, currently we have 104 animals in our care right now. It is kitten season, so I mean it's kind of to be expected, but it seems really bad this year. So basically, what we're just kind of asking the public, like I know lots of times you'll see a cat walking around. If the cat doesn't appear to be injured, or like in distress, we just recommend kind of leaving the cat because a lot of cats do just kind of wander around. They're indoor outdoor cats and they'll usually go home. Obviously, if the animal looks in distress, or if it's one of those days that it's plus 35, definitely bring them in and give bylaw a call. But I would say with cats, just kind of as long as they look healthy, let them do their thing. They most likely will just go home. Dogs is a little bit different because obviously we don't want them running into traffic. So if you do find a dog, I mean, obviously, if you can catch it, do so and give bylaw a call. We don't want any dogs running into traffic, whereas cats are a little smarter and know
Yeah.
not to run out in the street, majority of them. So yeah, we're just kind of asking people to be patient as well as proper identification. If you have proper identification on your animal, it will help us to get the animal back to the owner a lot faster. So that's like, just even a tag with your name and phone number on it, then that way if a civilian finds your animal, majority of the people will give it a call.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I think that's really good to help get the word out for people that may be in that situation and they have no idea what they're supposed to do in that situation. So I'm glad we can kind of help speak and let people know, the next steps. Now, for the max capacity and everything and having so many animals now in the shelter, what exactly is needed? I saw a little bit about, blankets needed for some of the dogs.
Yes, so we can definitely always use blankets, especially with puppies and kittens. They seem to get a lot messier. So we are always asking for sheets, towels, blankets. We never seem to have enough, as well as unfortunately, our washing machine stopped working last week. So that makes things a lot more difficult. So yeah, we can always use any kind of bedding. We currently, I believe, have like 13 or 14 puppies in our care. So, they obviously are not trained to go outside yet. So we go through quite a bit of blankets with them. So yeah, if anybody has any old ones, like they don't need to be in good shape at all. They can be stained, they can have some rips in them. We will take them.
For also, what kind of events will be coming up for Border Paws Animal Shelter that we were kind of talking about before this?
So yeah, I was speaking about the identification. Microchipping is amazing. It's basically like a little grain of rice that is inserted into the animal. It's not painful. And then that has the owner's information on it. So when we get animals in, that's the first thing we do is scan for a microchip. And if they have a microchip, we call the owner. We have a website we go on, which will give us the phone number to the owner, and we can give them a call right away. And then, because some people not even sure if you leave for work that your animal's missing, if your gate's not latched properly. So we actually have a microchipping event coming up July 22nd. It's by donation, but it's a minimum $30 donation, which is a really good deal. And then that way you come in, we'll microchip your animal for $30. And then that way, if they do get out, you have a way better chance of getting them back. And again, that's on July 22nd from 11 to 4. And we'll also be having a barbecue that day too. So, I mean, while you're waiting to get a microchip, you can come get a burger because Vicon and Tent Guys are sponsoring a barbecue for us that day.
Awesome. Well, that sounds really fun and really nice to offer for residents out there.
And then we also, starting tomorrow, because we need to make space because we're so full, is from July 7th to July 15th, all adult animals. So that means any animal over 6 months is going to be 50% off. So, I mean, if your budget's a little bit lower at the moment, it's a perfect time. We've got tons of adult dogs and cats. And when I say adults, that's only over 6 months. So they're still quite fairly young. Yeah, you can get them at 50% off. So it's quite a good discount.
No, perfect. And I'm sure there's probably lots of people out there that are in that situation where they really want to help support and take one of those puppies or kittens and everything, but they just don't have the money at the moment. So that's perfect. I'm glad we're able to help get the word out about that. So is there anything else you want to add that you already brought up or that's in need of for Border Paws Animal Shelter?
I would just say again, well, I guess I hadn't touched down on it, but spaying and neutering is also really important. A lot of animals, when they are not altered, especially males, they will roam, which they have the urge to go find a female. So spaying and neutering will help reduce their urge to want to run around the neighborhood. So I just recommend to everybody, and I mean, I know sometimes it can be a little pricey, but just even shop around. I know a lot of the communities around town too can be a little bit cheaper, but yeah, if you spay and neuter, it's going to really help control the pet population.
Perfect, Nicole. Well, it's always really nice to have you on here for our pet project and for these side interviews to be able to help get the word out on important things for the Border Paws Animal Shelter. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. And I know you guys will hopefully get some strong support.
Yes, thank you so much.